This is a book, One Life of Messiah. Today I will share with you when my mother was pregnant with me. When she got pregnant, she shared with me later many things. So I thought I should also record it in my book. What she went through in the pregnancy time. So one night, my mother says that she was alone in the room and golden light appeared, and when she saw this light, she became so overwhelming fear, and she thought this can be her last moment to live. After this, in this situation, my mother said, light went out from my room, and I saw that it was traveling toward heaven. It was a night time. It was traveling towards stars. Later, my mother said, I became so sad, and I started crying, and my feeling was this was a God who wanted to visit me. I was shedding tears, and my mother says, after where I lay down again, but this time I heard the voice like a far away, most wonderful and beautiful voice. Someone was singing a song, and this song pulled my heart and my spirit. And was saying, my mother's name was Afroza. Afroza, this good luck comes only one time in lifetime and eternal lifetime. When the creator of creation visits, and you miss this opportunity, you became very fearful. You was longing to meet God one time in your lifetime. But you have not prepared for this Creator to meet in this special moment. You have shared God's love among of your loved one. You have not made yourself empty for the Creator. This voice, this song, I wake up and I felt like I lost myself in this human creation. And God came and I have missed this opportunity. And she said, I started crying and shedding tears, so overwhelming. The pain came inside of my heart. When I will receive this moment again in this lifetime or next lifetime? I was shedding so many tears. And then again I got tired. And she said this was about 3:30 nighttime. And once again I found sleep actually. These times I saw a wonderful female and male angel who was opening their wing and dancing around me. I felt so joy that I got the whole creation. I got the whole world in my fulfillment. And they ask, a woman, keep your both hand so we can take you a special journey. So you're going to come to know the value of this boy who is you are pregnant with him. So this time they hold my both hand and was flying like a stars. And I was so much in fulfillment, delighted moment. And my heart was crying out, I will never gonna come back again to this painful, sufferingful human creation. I enter, she says, I enter a wonderful paradise. My heart was feeling there's no more anything to be here. And then this male and female angels say, a woman, you know why we brought you here? She says there was a joy, there was a moment of pain. Joy was that I should be forever here. Pain was that not I return back to this human creation where the pain and suffering and where the human are enemy of human actually. And continue, my tear was calling from my face. In this moment, while I'm giving this testimony, my right hand side, God's light is sitting as a ball, crystal ball. I'm a very lucky person that in my lifetime I received so much love of God, and this crystal ball is sitting just beside me. So I continue. They say they took me in one Bach. When I saw this Bach, it was like a million times more whiter than the milk actually. And my heart was longing to go in this Bach. So they hold my hand. They brought angel in this Bach and put the hand on my head and baptizing in this crystal white light. Water was Bach, like a crystal than more than milk. I went down and I have no wish to come up. I just want to go. I want to lose myself. Like it is Bach, this white light Bach was taking me in a deep, she said, like a fairy tale world actually. But she said that's was the reality, because I saw angel hand on my head actually. Afterward, they let me stand and brought me out from this Bach, and they looked up to heaven in paradise. And one angel with such a great voice was saying, we purify her, and now she is belong to us. So they again hold my hand and brought me out and says, woman, we have to fly again as a star. And I was so deep in fulfillment, love of God. I felt like my lips has no word left. I just want to enjoy all this moment. Like I was researching all my life, and now I found my eternal home actually. She said we were flying in the Christ. Vertically, but one point, angel stops, like they was waiting for someone. And I was so much mystic surrounding the environment, I'm gonna forget myself. I want to breathe. I felt everything is breathing. I breathe with my whole self actually. Like my mind was breathe, my insert was breathe, my emotion was breathe. She said, I cannot explain this by word. Suddenly I saw from vertically, from above, golden appearing. And they landed right over there where an angel was waiting. This beauty of this unique golden female asked the angel, she is already purified? And they say, yes, she is now belong to us. Afterward, this angel left me, and one throne appeared. They asked me to sit down. And around this throne, this female, golden female, which I cannot keep my eyes on their unique beauty, sit down around me. And we were flying again. There was a wonderful golden dimension. She said, this marked my life so deep actually. And we was entering in golden dimension. She said she cannot tell how high mountain was there, but we was coming down or surrounding this mountain. Throne was coming down, and we entered a wonderful valley, Thal. There was many golden male and female was waiting for this throne and for this female who was sitting with me, and they welcomed me. And I saw afterward someone was coming, and the golden being opened the way. But this was a wonderful one boy who has a golden and blue light, and he has a crown on his head. More he was coming to me, more this golden female male was bowing me actually, bowing to this boy. And slowly, very slow steps, this boy came to me, and she said, in this moment I lost, I got a lame actually. And I fell, and I also bowed to this boy. His unique glorified light, his unique universal beauty, and I was in bow position, and he put his both hands on his on my head. Now I saw this blue ball came just front of this paper which I write my note, this crystal blue ball is sitting just front of my eyes. I just tell you what I'm going through when I'm sharing with you. And this boy was he was very tenderness touching me, my head, touching my head, and I felt like I'm gonna follow deep sleeps and never gonna wake up again. But afterward, this boy took my hand and slowly let me stand up. When he let me stand up, I saw that in this dimension, this golden female and male was singing. And this song, when I close, my mother said, when I close my eyes and I hear this song, I even feel like I'm far away from this darkful world actually. And this song was, she said she can remember this word. Since God has created human creation and other creation, they have given love to each other. They have forgotten God. But when this boy will appear on earth, he will make a new tradition that mankind will come to know through this boy love that their everlasting love will belong to their Creator. He will teach them new tradition. There will be new timing. And all human creation will be not remembered anymore. This will be, new mankind will live on this, in human creation. This song, this poetry, this music was making myself like a million small part. And I have only one longingness: I never should come together. I should be like a rain, a drop fly all over. I felt that's the way I should become and spread myself in this wonderful dimension. When this finished the song, this boy's voice was like a deep water falling from high mountain. It brought me out from my mysticness. And he says, this boy, and he was touching my cheek. His hand was coming so much golden and blue light that I felt not to wake up again in eternal life. Slowly this boy, he was touching my eyes and said to me, "Can you see me?" When he says such a thing, I became so universal aware, but only I started shedding so many tears, but this tear was not my mother said all my life I was shedding tears for this human being. Why they are so evil. But there in golden dimension I was shedding tears with joy. My tears was bringing me such a joy in my heart. I cannot express myself, she says. So I look at this boy. So this boy was smiling and he says, I cooled down my light. So he really cooled down his light, but I never saw such a unique spirit. And then he looked at my eyes and said to me, I call you mother and you are pregnant and I am the one who wanna come to the earth. She said, when I heard this thing, I was a shock because this situation was so overwhelming, blowing my mind actually. Then golden female seems like she was a queen of this dimension. She came and she held my hand and very tenderly she was touching and she said, a woman, you should look at this boy with your whole heart. Because when this boy will born, we will separate this boy from you. And he will take a long journey and he will travel from light. He, the light of God, will travel from east to west. And you will never get again possibility in your life to meet him again. So this moment are very special. He will born through you, but he is a son of God. He will live very short time period with you, then he has a long way to go. He will travel east and west, north and south. Through this boy, there will be new timing will begin for mankind. My mother said she was hearing, but her eyes could not blink away from me, my face actually. Afterward, this boy came so near and he took me down, and he has such a surrounding love which I felt when God came and I got a fear. But this moment was same quality of love, and I have no wish in my eternal life but to keep this moment with this boy, actually, with you. You say to me, come with me. I want to take you to my father. I felt my spirit was shaking like a many thousand volt actually. I saw this crown which he has on his head. It was coming so much light and was shining all over actually. So this boy hold my hand and walk with me and then look up to heaven. And this time I saw one blue throne was coming slowly. At this place, where we were standing with golden beings actually. He held my hand and let me sit down, middle of the throne. Then he smiled. Every time he opened his mouth or said something or smiled, there was so much light was coming from his mouth. He said, don't feel any fear. I take you this journey to let me meet my beloved Father. And I was shaking, but then again he held me in his arms and said, I will be with you. So you don't need to feel any fear, because my Father in heaven, He will give you so much love that you don't want to go back to human creation. So very pleasant throne was moving, and we was passing in many blue dimensions. And at one point, I was hearing the voices. That God's Son has arrived with his mother. And the voices was not the voices like in human creation, disturbed in noises. This voices was a wave of music, wave of sounding where love settled down, wave of my mother was writing many times poetry. She said this was a wave which was a sound as poetry. So slowly this throne was moving, and surrounding this heaven, I felt I found my home. And I felt very intensely present that God is here. Finally, our throne stopped front of another throne, and one being was sitting, but even his light was cooled down, but I could not see him. There was I could not see inside of this being. So while I was sitting on the throne, I bowed to this being actually. And then this boy, she said, you, she found later, so. You stood up from your throne, and not a flying, but like slowly you was moving standing position, and with me to this throne where this being was sitting. But I was not able to see who was inside. My situation was such a situation that if this boy, you, would not hold me, I felt like like a glass fell and become so much pieces actually. I could not hold myself. But she was holding me. That time, surrounding moment I could not handle. Afterward, this boy asked me, bow down to my Heavenly Father. I anyway had no more balance. I fell before His throne. And then I heard the voice, Father, I brought my mother. She is pregnant, and through her I will take a birth. I felt one hand came out from this light and touched my head. She says, my feeling is even when I will die in this physical world, this hand which was on my head in blue, highest place, this dimension, this hand will come back again and will take me home actually. She said to me many times when I was growing that she feels still this vibration, this love, this energy, this mysticness of this hand actually. And she was saying to me also many times, I have no fear from death because this God hand is over my head actually. Then this hand slowly moved back in the light, and I heard again your voice as a boy. Father, she will give birth to me, so bless her. And bless her that she can protect me. And bless her that she should be continue on this spiritual path. Afterward, she said, this throne uplifted. And then suddenly, before the blink, I could not see, it disappeared. I could not see right, left, or it just disappeared. So this is the first dream which, or my mother said this was not dream. This was a life traveling. I share with you. My mother was actually teaching Quran to students, and many became Hafiz mean auswendig. They could remember the Quran. And even early education she guided me to with this. But more I was growing, before even I left my country, I saw my mother was a woman who was saying always in the prayer to God, I born in such a miserable part of the world. Even I want to be this person which my heart cry out, but this surrounding environment don't allow me. I want to fly far away to you, someplace in paradise. But every day and every day by day, what I want to reach in my life, I don't reach. What I don't want to reach in my life, this narrow, evil environment every day take me back away from me, from my dream, from my ambition. And she said, God, though we are externally suffering, even I pray to you for rain. I even pray to you that my children can have a clean water. I pray for all mankind that this part of the world is so cruel environment. But after all this, there are so many challenges which I want to belong to you, but I take one step forward in my spirituality and 3 steps I go back. These struggles, I feel like I will die in these struggles. And I don't know if I'm gonna make it. She said in one special moment, one time she heard the voice. This all dark environment, she heard the voice of God. In this all dark environment which is surrounding you and surrounding mankind, it will remove from this. Remove because of this boy. And mankind will have a mysterious journey to meet me so easy. And they will reach to be home. And time will change on this darkful human creation. This darkness will be removed quickly. This was one of her a wonderful experience when I was not even born. And as a child, more I grow, she tell me this story like again and again, like it was yesterday. She said, she will say to me, whenever she remembered this thing, what this special merit was given to her in heaven. Even she says the weather is so hot, it's 49, 50 grad. But in this moment when she remembered this all, she feel like her body cooled down, like she's sitting someplace in so wonderful, pleasant air, which is so cooling her down. And like some rain, but this rain, she feels going through her spirit and taking her far away, and she forget this miserable environment. So slowly I will share with all what I know through my mother, through my father, through surrounding environment, and I will open my heart, open my memories. Actually, God bless my memory so much that even in the age of 5 or 4, I remember many things. This was a great kindness and amazing grace of God, that I could remember my childhood so intensive. So we will be continue one life of Messiah. So this was the first today what I share, and you will hear more. And I don't know if this book will be 300 pages or 400, I have no idea. But I will continue and pour out my whole memories, my heart, my observation, my experience, and try to bring you at this meeting point what is mean to call Messiah. So I end up here and we continue.